Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Major budget update. Let's get started and talk about it. I'm almost stumbling over my words because a lot of unexpected things, spending a lot more money than we have, let me just say, but on things that are needs. Luckily, we do have an emergency savings, but I'm going to go over all of it and make it nice and brief. Number one, I've been consistently tracking my spending for the last several months. I can't believe I didn't do it sooner. I'm actually liking it, and it is helping me to be mindful. And I'm becoming more and more frugal, baby steps at a time. Believe me, I know I could be way more frugal than I am, but there are so many things that I am saying no to right now and no thank you, and I'm putting back and I'm waiting on, which is really positive because that helps me to have more money for more important things. So I'm practicing that frugal muscle and it's getting stronger. Let me just say that. Okay, so tracking spending is going great. Now, another big thing is that I've been having money left over from my cash envelope system, which I'm very happy about because especially with holidays coming up, which I will be cutting back on, it's going to help me to be really mindful, and I'm going to make some good choices of what to do with that leftover money. I'm going to use it for some things that I feel are really important. And so that's the good thing about having leftover money. And while it's really important to put money back, for example, I just recently went to Aldi. I could have gone crazy in that holiday aisle with all the holiday flavored things. I did allow myself a couple things, but you know what? I didn't go crazy like I normally do. I left most of it at the store because it is not a need, but I still think it's nice every now and then to have a little something, but I don't need to buy 10 things that are caramel apple or pumpkin spice flavored, okay? So, because that really eats into your budget, as you know. So another thing is I started a saving tracker, and I'm finding this fun. One of my friends, which one of you says you love to gamify, I'm working on saving an additional $5,000, which could go towards maybe a vacation. I realize this, I haven't had any kind of what I call typical vacation since and I guess unless you call my daughter's trip, well, we'll call it my daughter's trip, but I don't know if you would call that a vacation. Actually not. Last time we had any kind of what I call vacation as a family was when my daughter was 7. So that tells you. So I might save it for that. I could just have it for extra savings for emergencies. But so far, I'm coloring in this $5,000 savings tracker. And so far, one of the days I put 165 in. And then the week after that, I put 150 in. So 315 so far. And so it's just going to depend what other things we have to pay and spend money on. So this might move really slow. You might be here 10 years later and I might say, hey guys, I finally filled this. But hey, guess what? It is getting filled. That's the main thing, okay? We've had 3 trips that were unexpected. Well, one of them I would say was expected that my husband kind of planned. But the other 2 were not. My husband unfortunately had 2 of his siblings pass away within, I think, 60 to 70 days of one another. One was expected, the other one I think was not expected. And so there was a lot of expenses, all of it's paid for, but we were kind of surprised. I had a plan for that money instead, but sometimes, like I said, life happens and you make other plans, right? Also, our car wasn't being driven while my husband was gone, and we noticed we had to have, luckily we have something on our car insurance, and they came out and they started our car for us, but our car hadn't, been to the, dealership in a while and had needed some work, and so we got that done, and that was almost $600, but we had the money for it, so we spent it, and it's important. We only have the one vehicle. So that and all the trips, it kind of adds up quite a bit. So bottom line is we have a lot of expenses, but because I'm becoming more frugal and I'm spending less and making better choices, and I'm going to continue to do that, it allows us to have money for some of these other things, and I'm still going to continue to save while I'm having to pay for things, because we do have a lot of things coming up that we want to pay for. We've got some more tree work that needs to be done, which is going to be $800, and I also had one of our toilets fixed. That was only $75, but these little things add up. That's why it's so important to not spend on things that are not needs, and really try to save as much as you can so that you're able to have money for this stuff rather than going in debt. I would love to hear from you in the comments below. What are some of your financial goals, and how is your budget coming along? That's all I have to say for now. I love you, I appreciate you, and I sure hope to see you on tomorrow morning's video. Bye, everybody.